I met people at my high school. People were actually quite nice. I was lucky. I have to say they used to make fun of my English. I don't understand, but not really. Uh, Not just really because they were just being mean, just because uh, kids at that age they just do what kids do. Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. Wow, that's very, very nice to hear that friends were supportive and school was okay. Yeah. So yes, I just want to take a brief moment to welcome those that just come in. We thank you for logging in into our this IQI International Sales. Today we are presenting to you international prop chat and we are very honored to have Alex Huang here to share with us his life and from China to Perth. So now we are talking about the transitional city when he was in Singapore. So we want to thank you for watching IQI International Sales. Just do follow us, share our FB Live, and also follow our YouTube channel IQI International Sales. Yeah. So Alex, it was very so you're at 16, first time leaving the country, and you were not afraid, and you were taking all the challenges heads on, right? So what is the turning point for you to change from Singapore? Oh, we do have a photo to show, right? Yes. I share your photo. So this is the photo when you were in Singapore, isn't it?
Oh yes.
So what photo is this? What was the event here?
That was my high school graduation.
And this is you, right, in the middle?
Yep. With the bow tie in the middle. Yeah, that's me.
Okay. So what was the event?
That was my high school graduation.
Oh, okay. So you graduate from high school in Singapore. You are very brave and you really can adapt very fast, because from a non-English speaking student, within like 2 years, 3 years, you have to grasp the language, and you really did well.
I have to say I was really, really lucky. Everyone I met along my journey in Singapore was really supportive, and it was really, really helpful. I'm really totally indeed grateful for what they did for me. 6 months after I joined my high school, it just turned out I was the only mainland Chinese at that school. So the majority of the students were from the UK. So that's why until today I have this strange mixed up Chinese British accent. Is totally strange. I understand. It's weird. It just so it was not much chance for me to actually use the Chinese language. So I guess that's how
okay. Okay, so the environment actually really pushes you to learn and grasp the language as quickly as you can, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, that's wonderful. So that is the good thing about being in Singapore, because you are also surrounded with people. A majority of them are able to converse in English, and then in school you are with a group of people that do not speak Mandarin at all. So that environment makes it possible for you to grasp the language very fast, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, okay. So how do you then end up in Perth?
Well, my reason would be, I think it would be quite different, because my high school English teacher, he actually graduated from UWA, and that university is in Perth.
Okay.
So he really, really helped me a lot. Mr. Mayor, Damon Mayer. I was really, really grateful
in Australia.
for having his stats. I was one of the very, very few ESL students he got at that time. He helped me with not just my English and also with studies in other subjects.
Wow.
So I just wanted to see what kind of university made my high school English teacher. So he was the one introduced UWA to me.
Oh, he's Australian?
He's from the UK, but
okay.
he was educated in both the UK and Australia. He had 1 degree in the UK and 1 degree from UWA. Yeah.
Oh, okay, wonderful. So after graduation, you moved to Perth and you got into UWA?
Yep.
Okay. So do you from this in these two countries, right? Sometimes we will, some of the people may say, if you go live in another country, then you may experience racism and all this, right? So in any time during this these two countries, do you experience any such thing?
Sorry.
Racism.
Racism. Well, yes, I say, but nothing really serious and nothing physical.
Okay.
Yes. Well, I think it's a common problem, not just in Western countries. In China, there's racism too.
Okay.
Like I'm from Wuhan. Okay.
Oh no.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm from that city. Yeah. Okay. Now is a
well-known city, right? For the wrong reason.
There's even racism in my city. There's a racism in China everywhere. People look down on people who are from the country, from smaller cities. So I think it just depends on yourself. How do you cope with it? How do you view this kind of situation problem when it happens? So, yes. But to me, I don't understand. Yes, I don't understand, and I really haven't encountered anything too serious yet.
I think that is very true. It's depending on how your reaction to it and how you approach it, right? So yeah, I think in any circumstances, not just you, anyone will receive some sort of racism in different degree, but it's a matter of how you handle it and emotionally how you get over it, right? Okay, yep. Thank you for sharing. So how is the how do you feel that you have gone through? Have you completed the undergraduate course? Yes. How was the study? Was it difficult or?
Well, I did Bachelor of Commerce, majored in accounting, and I did Japanese studies as my second major. In terms of studies, it was challenging because there was actually quite some research involved. I believe which is quite unique in the Western university education. I may be wrong though, but in terms of the language, the English language, I guess I was lucky that I had got used to it because of my high school. So overall, it was challenging because it was it was a university degree. It has to be challenging, but in terms of the language, I guess I was quite okay with it.
Yep. Okay, so during this time of study, do you continue? Do you start working as as you study, or what happened during? How's your life like when you were going through the undergraduate studying?
I started working soon after I arrived in Australia because my parents, they were totally unhappy about my life in Singapore because they thought I could have tried hard. I could have tried harder. I could have worked there, but I wasn't much allowed to because I went to international school and it was very limited chances for international schools students in Singapore to actually work. So my parents, especially my dad's, he literally cut off my financial
support,
resource. He paid for my tuition fees. That's how much he paid, and my mom would secretly give me like some pocket money from time to time, but not like in great amounts. So
Wow.
I had to work. Uh, I started working at a sushi restaurant in 2-3 months after arriving in Australia. 1 week after, I found another job in a Chinese restaurant. Until today, I'm still working in that Chinese restaurant.
Oh, wow. Your dad was quite strict with you, huh?
Yeah.
He really expect you to work for your expenses.
Yes, because also I guess he also found out that the how much you can actually get from a part-time job in Australia. The wages here are just crazy. It's just
Oh, okay, okay. So was it easy for you to find a job, and how was it like, like what you say, how much you can make when you work part-time and all this? How can you share with us whether the wages was enough to just support you totally, what? Yeah.
it was enough. I don't really spend much money because like you don't have any financial resource like
Mm.
resources from your parents anymore. Then you have to tighten your belt a little bit. Like, yeah, don't you? So uh, most of my earnings goes went to rent, my daily foods and drinks, not anything, nothing really luxurious. So it was not difficult, but it actually took me some time to get a job because I tried the traditional way. I had a resume printed out, and I tried shop by shop, like in the city, in the city, and
Okay.
it did really. So no one took me. So I tried shops around my college at that time. So my first sushi restaurant was close to my college. Then my second Chinese restaurant job was close to where I lived at that point. Yeah.
Okay, so you actually went shop to shop,
Yes.
from shop to shop to inquire about a job.
Actually, I tried 2 rounds. The first round I did was I go to a shop, see whoever is available for a little chat.
Mm.
So I just give my resume and wait for reply.
Mm.
Then after like a month or so, I realized, oh, there's no reply, there's no phone call back. Then I realized maybe I did something wrong because I left it there. I talked to a waitress, talked to a waiter. The waitress maybe never bothered to really give my resume up to the manager.
Manager. Mm.
So the second round I went, I specifically asked for the manager if I could talk to him or her. So yeah, so the second time actually worked. Yeah.
Wow, you are really a survivor.
Just have to learn from your mistakes. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So after it's you are able to support yourself through by just working part time throughout all these 4 years.
Yes. I've it well, it was quite difficult, but during holidays, for I guess for 2 summer holidays, I didn't go back. I just worked my way through. Yeah, because you can actually work unlimited hours during holidays.
Okay, okay. So how has work changed now, work life now, compared to before? Like now you have graduated, right?
Now it's totally different. Yeah, I've graduated in 2016. So I've been
Mm.
working full time for 4 or 5 years. But like I said, never really quit the restaurant part time like my restaurant work. I still work there 2 nights or 3 nights if I'm needed.
Oh,
So, but full time job is totally different to restaurant work. At a restaurant, you expect everything to be fast. You sometimes you see even quantity over quality. I have to say, you have customers, constantly walking into a restaurant, and you have to get to them as soon as possible. But full time job, I'm working for this college. It's called AIWT, one of the best colleges in Perth.
yeah.
It's different. You have to understand every student's case fully and thoroughly first before you make any decision on their case or give any advice. So it's really different.
Okay. Oh, so how about this AIWT that you're working at right now? So what do they do actually? Like, how do you help them with the students?
Okay. So AWT is one of the RTO providers in Perth, Australia. By that, I mean we do vocational training courses rather than higher education.
Okay.
So our courses, for example, early childhood education and care, community services. So those courses are more job targeted, career oriented, rather than theory based studies. So our students, they come to our college mainly because they want to have a job. It's not that they want to do research or they want to do academic work. So it's different.
Okay. So do you have different kind of students that need your help as well, from internationally or mainly local?
We have 50% ratio across domestic and international members. So international students, then they have different inquiries than the local students. They may want to find out there are visa opportunities after studies with us. They want to find out uh, their placement requirements. But for local students, it's very straightforward. They understand what they do, and they come to us for a very specific reason. Yeah, before they even join. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So okay. So how is the COVID situation right now affecting life in Perth or in your work or anything? Can you share?
Well, we just had a 1 week lockdown, not long time ago, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, it's it's not really affecting Perth that much. I'd say as compared to the eastern states, we have there always has been very strict measures for COVID in Perth WA. Last year, March, April, we had about 2 months of lockdown. Everyone was working from home, but we never really had many community cases, to my knowledge. So things are actually quite normal in Perth. Yeah.
So what prompted the 1 week lockdown?
Okay. So there was this security guard working at a local hotel. He was tested positive. I think he had some close contact with one of the travelers coming back from overseas.
Okay.
So yes.
So it was one case, and you have
yeah,
1 week lockdown.
It was just one. It was just one case. Yeah, that was 3 weeks ago, I think.
Wow, really? The government is really taking a very, very strict.
Exactly. Right after he was tested positive, I think the government reacted so quickly. We decided to have a lockdown on the very first day. I imagine it was a Sunday, I think. Yes. So the announcement was made.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Very swift and prompt and very strict for that 1 week. Yeah. Okay. So the borders, are they still closed to eastern states or no?
Oh, to eastern states the borders are open, but to other countries the national border is still closed.
Okay. Okay, I see. So okay, so thank you for sharing. And yeah, so how do you find your looking back at yourself, like for your life now and for your life before, how do you think that you do you think this is actually what you want? How long have you stayed away from home, and are you are you finding are you calling Perth your home, or you are still desiring to go back to China and all?
This is definitely what I want. If it wasn't something that I want, I would have left Perth or even Singapore a long time ago. But I feel sorry. I feel sorry for my parents. I'm an only child in my family. I can imagine if I were in their shoes, I wouldn't be really happy with my child living away from me for all these years. I get to see them once or twice a year maximum. Yeah, but I did never. So far I never really regret the decision I made, even to Singapore to
Okay.
Perth. So I call Singapore, all these three countries, China, Singapore, Australia, my home. I think home is where your heart lies. Oh, sorry, your heart lays. So my heart lies with China. My heart lies with Singapore, Australia. So they're all my home. These three countries. Yeah.
Okay. So do you go back to China often?
Once or twice a year. Yeah. Mm.
Okay. Okay. So when you go back to China, how do you see your thoughts have changed compared to your peers, from before, right? Do you find that you have your thoughts and your mind have changed, and compared to your friends that has never left home?
Uh, that's a very, very good question. That's a very interesting question. Yes. I feel like there's like there's definitely misunderstanding, like from one party to another. So my every time I go back, my friends, my parents, they will ask me like strange questions about the Western world, and I would tell them, no, it's not correct. What you see underneath is different. But the same thing goes with the people in here as well. So they would ask me what China is really like. Then I'll tell them, no, it's nothing similar, nothing really close to what you see uh, like on the news. So I think my thoughts just being uh, changed, being altered every day. I try to pick up each side's opinion and try to be neutral as I can all the time. So, so yes, but for certain issues, for certain sensitive issues, I don't think it's easy to reach to an agreement. To be honest, yes.
Okay. Okay. So have your parents actually came to Perth to visit you?
Only once.
Oh, okay.
That's
You,
when I graduated from my university. So only once. Mm.
oh, okay.
Before that, they never came.
Do they like it here?
Well, they loved it. They
Oh,
totally loved it. And
okay.
it was actually it was the first time for my dad to go abroad. My mom actually has, but not my dad. He was always busy with his work, always. So they totally loved it. It was an eye opener for them, definitely. Hmm.
Okay. Okay.
It was
Living in Perth, what do you feel of that? Sorry.
it was the first time to see all these white people, Caucasian people, black people. It was shocking. Yes, uh, they totally loved it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So how do you say yourself? Are you able to blend in the lifestyle here in Perth easily, or?
Mm, Still trying to. Perth is a very diverse city. Australia is a very diverse country. I think if you really want to fit into the local society here, if you try, I don't think it's difficult. The majority of people out here are very nice. They're very welcoming.
Mm.
So, so yes.
Yes. Okay. So if say like now, if you look back and if you have friends and relatives that is back in China that plans to leave China and explore studying abroad, what would you advise them?
That's a very, very good question. Well, actually, I got asked about this question so many times. When I go back, if I meet new people, they
Yes.
always ask me this question. Alex, what do you think? If I want to go overseas, do you think it's a wise decision to make? Well, I just say everybody goes overseas to with a different reason. So my advice would be, you maybe want to find out what do you want before you make the decision. Like I said, everyone has a different decision. Somebody is after better education. Someone just wants to explore the world a little bit. But some people actually wants to make some real change in their life, and even they want to bring their whole family over to another country. So my advice would be, you find out what you want, not to say you have everything figured before you go abroad. At least you should have some goals, you should have some aims before you make the decision. Then you map all these goals with your your personal circumstances. For example, if you are after better education, so should you be thinking studying hard a little bit so you can get into a better college, better high school, better university before you actually land in another country? If your ultimate goal is to migrate into another country, should you be looking at a country that is relatively easier for migration, possibly? So you should definitely have some goals first, because I do love this question. I have to say, it is uncommon to see international students when they come to a foreign country, they just hiding in their corner, hiding in their room, and not want to go out, not to want to make any new friends. It's not because they're not flexible. It's not because they're not adaptable to new environments. It's maybe because they made the decision at the wrong time. Maybe they didn't have their plans before they make the decision. So yeah, have some general ideas about your future, at least your plans for next 2-3 years. So, but generally speaking, going overseas is never a bad choice. It's never a bad choice.
Yes, I do agree with you. I really also treasure my my overseas life, and I really do encourage other people to leave their country and live in another, seek education, or choose to live in another country for a little while, to really open up your eyes, right, to different things, and life. Yes.
Yep.
Yes, I agree with you. Yes.
Yeah, it's totally beyond words. You can't really put into words your own experience, your own overseas experience. Everyone is different. But I totally agree with you. I don't think many people would actually regret the decision of going overseas.
Okay. So what do you like about Perth? What are the 3 things you like about Perth?
3 things about Perth. People, I have to say, I love Perth people. Very nice. You get on a bus in Perth, and you see people say thank you to the driver when they get off the bus, which I never really see often in any country I ever been to. I loved it. I loved that. So I love Perth people. Second, the weather is very nice. Blue skies, nice temperatures, beautiful beaches. I think Perth has the best beaches in the whole world. Third, opportunities, great potential. I have to say, great potential. As compared to the eastern states, people think Perth is just countryside, small city. But actually, I see there's great potential in Perth. Lots of job opportunities, I have to say.
In terms of work opportunity and business opportunity?
Definitely.
Okay. I have to, I have to agree with you.
It's a fantastic city. Yep.
Okay. Given another chance to you to do it all again, What would you do different, or what would you do the same?
I just say I'd go to Singapore even earlier. Yeah.
Even earlier.
Yeah, I'd come to Perth even earlier.
You want to do it even earlier when you're younger?
Even earlier.
Really?
Yes. Even earlier.
Why is that so?
Yeah, because I think until today I see myself still as a very conservative traditional Chinese. So half of the time I have to say I disagree with the Western principles, the Western philosophies. Well, if I had, gone to Singapore just a little bit earlier, maybe I could be more adaptable to new ideas. My English could have been better. Yeah.
You are already very good.
Not yet. It's still learning. So yeah. Okay. So I think that's the only change I'd make.
Okay. Wow. So you love it so much that you wish that you would come earlier.
Definitely. And I have to say, Perth is not my destination, and it will never be my destination. I love Perth now. I still want to spend a bit of time in here, but I don't think I'll be trapped in a city, in a place for a long time. The more you see the world, the more you want to see the world, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Okay. About any last thing to advise those your friends that want to come. So do you want to share about do you have any last thing to share about before we go? This is almost the end. I thank you for your sharing, but before you go, do you want to share anything else for your friends or those that intend to send the children abroad but dare not to? So do you want to encourage anyone?
Definitely. So sorry, I think it was my internet just now. But yes, I got the question. So yes, for those who are still thinking of going abroad is a good decision or not, I'd definitely say come and have a look first. Maybe you don't want to make a long plan yet, but at least come and see the city, the Perth, Australia first. I bet you would definitely love it. People here are very welcome. It's a diverse city as compared to the eastern states. I think Perth people are more simple, yeah, and we have a very good mix of nationalities in Perth. So if you are still hesitant, maybe just get on a plan, of course, after COVID, and have a look at yourself. You won't regret it. You won't regret Perth at all.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yes, I think that wraps the interview. I really thank you, Alex, for spending your time with us, and really thankful for your sharing. We are all encouraged by your courage since you are young, 16 years old, 15 years old. Yeah. So yeah, I just admire your courage. And Perth is really a good choice. Plenty of opportunity, friendly people, lovely weather, good food.
Yes.
And fresh weather, fresh air, right?
Beautiful air. Yes, it's lovely. Blue skies every day. It's fantastic. Perth.
Okay. So I want to thank all for tuning in today. Thank you for listening and tuning into our international prop chat. Thank you for listening to us. Please follow our, please like our Facebook page, and please follow our YouTube IQI International Sales, Instagram IQI International Sales as well. So we just want to wish you good night, and thank you, Alex.
Thank you so much, Sue. Really delighted to join tonight's international chat. Really happy.
Yep. All right. Okay. Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye for now. Thank you.